Yeah, here we go. Assassin's Creed Origins again. They just can't stay out of the news. This is ridiculous. Everybody keeps finding new stupid shit that they're doing. So here is an Assassin's Creed Shadows, a female sumo wrestler, which is like forbidden in Japan. They don't let females be sumo wrestlers. Why? I don't know. I can't think of any real good reason. Honestly, but it's just a cultural thing, I guess. So they just don't, but in the game they have one. And what's funny is they have this one named Rikishi. Rikishi is Japanese for like male warrior, like a big male warrior, big body male warrior. But her name is Rikishi. So they just like, I don't know, it seems like just a complete lack of understanding how it works. I didn't really understand how it works. And honestly, I don't really care. Because it's like, whatever, like, I mean, it's interesting to learn about it for sure, but I never really gave a shit. Like, I don't give a fuck if females are sumo wrestlers or not. But according to this post from Cabrutus, Assassin's Creed is going to feature a female sumo wrestler. And for those that don't know, it is strictly forbidden for women to become professional sumo wrestlers to this day in Japan. I think that's stupid, but they have their culture and their worldview. They see it differently, and I'm not going to tell them they're wrong. I'm just going to say from my worldview and my culture, I think that's kind of dumb, but I still think Japan is really cool. I like their culture. Some of that stuff, some of their culture has things where like women are forbidden for things, and I might disagree with it, but I can still respect and understand their culture. There are certain lines that I will not accept. Like if it's accepted in someone's culture that they can like marry children and shit like that, that's fucking stupid, and I disagree with that fundamentally. Any religion or culture that allows like marrying of children, I'm not going to be like, well, it's their culture, right? No, I'm going to be like, no, your culture's fucking stupid for that. That's one. You've got a lot of great things about your culture. That's not one of them. Like, you could say that. You're allowed to say that, by the way. You're allowed to say that, oh yeah, the rapey part of your culture, that part sucks. The part where you're really friendly with people in your culture, that part's awesome. Yeah, I don't know. People have a hard time. It's one or the other. There's no like in between or nuance, but whatever. The fact that this is a tradition taken so seriously to this date that a few years ago, more precisely in 2018, some female paramedics had to step on the ring to help a guy that collapsed, and they were readily told to leave the ring immediately, even though they were there to help. See, this just sounds stupid. Just if there's female paramedics and someone has a medical emergency, fuck the tradition of not letting women in there. Just let them save the guy's fucking life, dude. Just saying. So, I mean, I think Assassin's Creed Shadows is going to be a mid-ass game. I think that it's pretty disrespectful. Ubisoft is well known for having DEI kind of ruin a lot of the coolness of their games. I get all that, but this is just straight up stupid. Like, who cares, man? Just let them fucking work on the sumo guy. And after the women left the tournament, staff threw salt in the ring again to purify it because women are seen as impure in Japanese religious culture. That is so wild. There's so much to learn about Japanese culture. There's things that are going to be things I agree with, things I don't agree with. This is one I think I do not agree with. Okay, it's their culture. They got to throw salt to purify the thing because women walked there. That's so stupid. The real world of physics doesn't work that way, dude. Right? It's like, it makes no difference. It's just some fucking religious thing that they're doing that's not real, but whatever. So I could look at it like, well, that's stupid, but I could also respect it at the same time. I honestly think that this doesn't matter, right? Like, so I guess it is, if they're trying to be as accurate as possible to Japanese shit, sure, like they shouldn't do this because it wouldn't be accurate. But I don't think they give a shit about being all that accurate. I honestly don't think they do. I don't think they give a shit. Have they said that they give a shit? I think that they have. I think that they have said that they give a shit about having historical accuracy and things like that. But I think they're lying. I actually think that that's just marketing speak to make people say, ooh, wow, yeah, they take it really seriously. But in reality, they just don't. And they just kind of make whatever. That's how I see it, right? Like, okay, I don't give a shit. I'm a female sumo wrestler. It literally doesn't matter to me. Maybe it matters to people in Japan, but I don't give a shit. I'm not Japanese. I don't fucking care. I don't give a shit. I don't think anyone gave a shit about this. Only people giving a shit about it are people who had no idea about this and then read this post and now they suddenly give a shit. Just being honest, right? Just being real. Isn't that real? That's got to be what's going on. People didn't know about this. They've read this post and they want to hate on the game. And understandably, the game's going to be mid as fuck and they're annoying. Ubisoft is annoying, and I kind of want the game to fail personally. Just being honest. Like I would if that game failed, I would be like, I'd point and laugh, like an asshole. I'd totally do it. But real talk though, nobody gives a shit about if there's female sumo wrestlers or not. Nobody even knew about it, and they only know about it from this post, and that's the only reason why they care. The thing that truly matters here, in my opinion, is the fact that Ubisoft says that they do give a shit about historical accuracy and respecting the culture and all that kind of stuff, but in reality, they actually don't give a shit. So I think that if they just said, "Nah, we're just kind of gonna take liberties. Like we're not trying to be historically accurate. We just want to take our own liberties," then it would be more honest. I think that that's going to bother people because people would prefer it to be historically accurate because that's cool. We can that means that a lot of extra work went into making sure that everything is really right, and there's a lot of care into the detail of things, right? And if something gets wrong, the company will be like, "Oh shit, we got that wrong. Thanks for pointing it out. We'll fix that," right? If they wanted to claim historical accuracy, then they really do got to get it right. And I think that people do like it when a game gets it right with historical accuracy. It just makes it that much more special for people. It truly does. They're saying that they want to do that, but they're not actually doing that, and that's where the problem is.